Okay. That welt on Joanna's head, she's starting to look like one of those aliens from Star Trek, like with that thing on her forehead. She's starting to look like this dude right here. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, welcome to the show tonight on Ringside Report MMA. UFC premiering on the ABC television network. UFC also bringing fans back this month to watch fights in the Octagon, and another big fight added to UFC 257. The countdown to Conor McGregor is on. It's Ringside Report MMA. Sup, dudes?
What's up, homeboy?
Dudes.
Trump ain't on Twitch. Trump ain't on Twitch.
That's right. Unlike Donald Trump, we are not banned from Twitch. We are here on Facebook, on Twitch, and on YouTube live every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Welcome back. This feels back to normal. You know, we were...
what are you talking about?
We're in
pandemic, like even...
Yeah, but we're in holiday mode last couple of weeks. You know, last week we're on Wednesday. This is Thursday night. This is where we belong, 8 p.m. This is how I like it.
Beat.
That's right.
Listen, but when you think about like regular stuff, everybody's like, oh, can't wait for 2021. It's like, yeah, Happy New Year. But in the end, man, it's been nothing but like craziness since 2021. Nothing but craziness. And here in Quebec, we're in a curfew as of Saturday, dude. What pisses me off means is that we're not going to be in studio again for a while.
Yeah,
Freddie,
I mean, yeah.
Don't you want to be in studio and shoot Dave with a Nerf gun? Like seriously,
I won't be in studio
miss it
for many, many years, probably. So
come
it
on,
has
Freddie.
nothing to do with COVID. It has to do with the drive.
What the
All right.
fun, man! I can't
AJ,
wait.
You're
to be
on
there with
fire.
Dave.
I like it. You're starting off hot. I was gonna talk about the UFC, and it's always a struggle to wrangle AJ here on the show, especially when you're not here with me, and I can't shoot you with a Nerf gun or just kind of
That's it.
put you in an arm lock or something, But we have some UFC stuff I do want to talk about. That's what people want to hear us talk about, I think. We'll talk about other things. We'll talk about AJ losing another bet to me. He's finally ready to concede. Unlike Donald Trump, AJ is not banned from Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. Somehow, AJ is still allowed on all of those platforms. AJ still allowed to broadcast here with us on Twitch. Unlike Donald Trump, AJ also ready to concede here tonight on the program. So we'll get AJ's concession speech. I think he's going to blame Antifa and some other radical groups as he concedes another bet.
But listen.
Wait a second. Patrick C. Hamilton with some breaking news on the chat.
Oh,
He says Trump just conceded. Did he really?
What?
God damn, pal. Did he? Did Trump actually concede?
Yeah.
Fred, did
Listen,
that happen?
I don't know if he used the word concede, but he basically said that he was going to go for the smooth transition and all that there.
So basically, he was like, let me get the fuck out of here because the pad is getting too hot. I understand. It happens. Listen, I was talking to my co-partner here, Freddie Giuliani, and he advised me something that keeps the bet alive.
Okay, we're going to get to that later. I don't want to do that now.
Careful the words you use.
Yeah, take it easy.
Freddie Giuliani,
all right, we'll get to that a
Hey,
little
he's
later,
the
AJ.
mediator.
I want to start with the UFC going on ABC, something you will never be. You'll never be on ABC television. You're not fit for ABC, AJ. You're not family friendly enough. I'm sorry.
If I'm not on it,
said
means
that
that you
about
guys
the
are not on
UFC,
it.
man.
That's true,
We
Fred.
got money,
People
man.
would have
I
said
wanna
that
be on
about the
ABC.
UFC.
True. Good point.
Fred's right. Crazier things have
Freddie's
happened.
always right.
That's the Disney Channel, basically. Like, that's Disney family.
Yeah, we're Disney material.
I think it's pretty cool that the UFC is going to be on ABC. They're back on a network. They were on Fox. They had the Fox deal. They had shows on Fox Sports 1, the FS1, the Fox Sports channels, and then once in a while, I think 4 times a year during the Fox deal, they had main, Fox shows, and then they had prelims and stuff on Fox. Yeah.
Can I just tell Dana, as long as it's on the internet, I'm all right.
Oh, well,
Oof.
Dana also had a message for streamers. Did you see that, Fred? He says,
They called you mopos.
What? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what you're talking about?
oh, isn't that what you're talking about, Fred? I don't know.
Fred is gonna get the heat on him. Listen,
Fred, why are you trying to
Dana
bring
White,
heat? Yeah, he's trying to bring heat on himself, AJ. What's going on?
No, but the thing is that Dana White considers like these illegal pirated streamers mofos. He goes, those motherfuckers, you're going to wait. You're going to see the surprise I have for you. What surprise can he have? He's going to show up at your house and knock on the door and run in and take a picture of Freddie on his stream?
Look, maybe the UFC has
Whatever
new ways to track down people that are illegally streaming their pay-per-views. Dana White did say he has a surprise for you streamers this year. He's going to get you somehow. I'm not really sure what he means by that. People are wondering. But, you know,
look,
it is something.
Offense, man.
Yeah, it is something that people do. It is not something that I recommend, nor the Ringside Report Network. We do not recommend illegally streaming these things. I don't personally do it. I watch the UFC shows all legally. We pay for everything. Everything's all above board here on the show. Right, Fred?
Right side Fred.
Right. Fred's not saying anything. Fred's pleading the fifth for this part of the show. Fred can't hear. Yeah, Fred lost audio there. That's what happened.
I remember paying for UFC 93. Ever since then, I'm not sure what I paid for. I remember Fred. I paid for UFC.
All right, Fred. Continuing to incriminate himself here on the show. Fantastic. So
I just said I don't remember.
He doesn't remember. Fred has no recollection. He doesn't recall. He pleads the fifth overall. I don't know if we have that in Canada.
But let me ask you, if they're going to be on ABC, how does that work with the ESPN app and all that? Like money-wise, coming onto ABC.
The same family.
It's the same family.
Well,
so there you go.
The prelims are going to be on the ESPN Plus app, so they're going to be on ABC on the 16th. The next time the UFC brings us fights, which, like, come on, man. It's been a while since we have some UFC. I'm sitting there on Saturday night like, what am I doing here? It's going to be another Saturday night. And again,
no, it's not a Saturday night.
It's in the afternoon. Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about last Saturday night, AJ. I was like, what am I supposed to be doing here? Shouldn't I be watching fights, you know? It's weird all this time without any fights on a Saturday. I'm a fight guy. I like to watch fights. Thankfully, the drought will end next Saturday. So this Saturday, it's another boring Saturday night with no UFC.
Curling.
But then the following Saturday, it's going to be January 16th, UFC Holloway versus Calvin Kattar. And the main card is going to be on ABC at 3 p.m. I think that's a big deal, man. ABC is a serious network. You know, Fox has always kind of, like, it's ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox. You know what I mean? Like, Fox has always been kind of, like, now it's on the same level now, but Fox has always been the kind of more edgy network. Like, ABC is the wholesome family network, even more so than NBC and CBS. Like, ABC had Full House. ABC was TGIF. You know what I mean? Like, the sugary, sweet, Disney-style shows always on ABC, and now they're going to be running UFC in the afternoon. Like, ABC is like the channel of golf and bland programming, and now they're going to have UFC, and I get that there's the affiliation with ESPN, and that's why it's happening, but I still think it's really cool that the UFC is going to be on ABC television. We've seen MMA on network TV before in the States. We saw Strikeforce on CBS, which I thought was amazing that they were able to pull that off. The UFC, like I said, they were on Fox, but I think this is a bigger deal than being on Fox. This is more mainstream. I think this is cool. I'm happy that the UFC is at a place now where they're so mainstream that they can be on ABC on a Saturday afternoon. You know, like, this could be bloody. This could be a very violent afternoon of fights, and it's going to air on ABC on a Saturday. Like, it's nothing.
I'm hoping we get a bloody one.
Yeah, I'm hoping, like, I mean, Max Holloway and Calvin Kattar. Max Holloway and Calvin Kattar. That's going to be a kick-ass, badass fight, and that could go 5 rounds. It could be bloody. People could get busted up. Like, there are fights on that card that have the potential of being serious. Like, people are going to get knocked unconscious. Things are going to happen. It's a UFC show. We've seen some violent stuff. It's, why a portion of people tune in to see the violence. But that on ABC, I think is pretty cool. I think it's cool that it's on ABC. UFC, it's
on ABC.
It's my favorite
cool.
professional
all they need is some
sports.
KFC and we're all good.
Yeah, man, and it's like finally getting to a point where it's like, yeah, it's gonna be on ABC on a Saturday afternoon. Why not? Let's go for it.
The only problem, Dave, is that like being at 3:00 on a Saturday. I mean, you're going to be going up against some really stiff competition when you got the NFL playoffs and whatnot. So we'll see how like viewership is going to be on their debut on ABC. But let's not forget, NFL is happening, right?
That why it's on ABC? Because of NFL? Like, is there a correlation?
Sure. I'm not sure if that's the reason, because I don't know if ESPN has the game. But yes, they are going against the NFL, and it's going to be a little bit of a hit on the ratings, I think, because as much as I love Max Holloway, he's not going to beat whatever NFL matchup is going on at the same time. So, look, I love the ABC. It's part of the evolution. ABC is one of the big 4 networks, basically. I don't completely agree with your assessments of Fox. I think Fox was just as big. But because, like, I was reading this week, like in 2020, Fox is the network that got the most viewership, all sports combined. So like sports-wise, Fox has a lot of viewership also. But look, ABC is great, and it's weird, like you say, a little bit.
Historically, it's not the same. Like, it doesn't have the same history, Fox.
Yeah, but like UConn, I just saw a message from UConn, and basically they put it on ABC at that time, and they're going to battle NBC, CBS, and Fox as well. So you know what? There's going to be a lot of people that'll be tuning into football for sure. But then you got a worldwide market as well that's going to be tuning into ABC to check out this fight. When you got Max Holloway on there as your main card, I mean, it's going to be fireworks.
That's a fight to watch.
It's a great way to start.
I don't know how much crossover there is.
And all that, man.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of crossover, but I don't know. Like,
absolutely.
I guess there's a lot of people that are NFL and UFC fans. I'm just not. Like, I'm not going to be watching the football games. I don't even know who's playing. I'm not involved in any of that. I know I'm going to be watching the UFC, but I guess there is a lot of crossover, and I don't know how many of those people are going to choose to watch UFC over the NFL, right?
Well, in the end, NFL is still the rating monster. In the United States, all sports combined, the NFL is at another level. Like, so it's always hard, no matter who it is that goes against the NFL, you're going to lose that rating war. But they're still going to get some good numbers, decent numbers, I would hope. And in the afternoon, with the confinement and everything, like, okay, maybe in the U.S. they don't have the same thing we have, but a lot of people are at home. So, hey, they might be pulling a good number in the afternoon.
And Joaquin Buckley is on this card. If he pulls off another one of those crazy knockouts, on ABC, I like that. Carlos Condit against Matt Brown. Hey, AJ, who's Matt Brown fighting?
Matt Brown is fighting Carlos Condit, man. It's going to be that's going to be
Carlos who?
Condit, man.
Italian.
Condit.
Condito. Listen, man.
Carlos Condit. Condit.
That's what I said. That's the way you say it, Dave.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
But
I've met him. I talked to him. Carlos Condit.
Did you actually say? And what did he? Did he want to probably like say? I don't want to tell.
And he's like, "Yeah, that's my name. It's Carlos Condit." Exactly. I was like, "Hey, is it Condi?" And he's like, "No." It's not Condi.
If we ever meet Carlos
Only an idiot would say it's Condi. Only a total moron. That's what Carlos Condit said to me, AJ. I'm sorry.
Did he actually say that?
Agree.
No.
Bullshitter. So you know what we're going to do? If we ever meet Carlos Condit...
Did he actually say that?
Listen, man, I can hear one of the Diaz brothers saying that. They'd be like, what kind of fucking fool said that shit? But listen, if we ever meet Carlos Condit...
I have met him. I did meet him. I wasn't lying about that.
Actually, you know what?
When he fought George, I interviewed him. Fred probably met him too.
Listen,
he was around.
You know what you got to do? Ask the production team to take like a a clip of you saying Carlos, what do you say, Condit? Like a condom?
Condit.
And I say it like the real way, Condi.
The real way.
And put it up on Twitter and send it to Carlos and see which one he thinks is right. I think I'm right. I'm saying it more the way it's supposed to be said in the UK. But that's okay.
In the UK. How about you watch a fight? And you see how they pronounce his name? Fred, who's right?
No. They're wrong. They're wrong all the time. I hear them talking.
You're right. You're right on this one.
He's butchering the name.
You're right on this one, Dave. But the other fight, I thought it was Calvin Qatar. So I like. You call him Cater? I call him
Cater.
Tomato.
No, it's Cater.
Yeah, tomato.
No. I think it's Qatar.
Not tomato.
I like the Condit.
I think it's Qatar. I think I'm actually Fred on this.
No, because he doesn't pronounce the T,
Fred agrees with me.
No, it's
You know what? Get the production team, send it out to Carlos, and see who's right.
Okay.
Qatar
or get Johnny
and
North, one of the two.
So the UFC is going to have fans for that show, UFC on ABC. You know that? Fans in a place.
Great.
At the Etihad Arena instead of the Flash Forum. So they were in the Flash Forum when they were on Fight Island before. So the UFC is going back to Fight Island, like, for the whole month. The 16th, they got a show there. The 20th, on a Wednesday, they got a show there on, like, a Wednesday morning. And then the 23rd, it's UFC 257 at a normal time for us, the pay-per-view with Conor McGregor, right? But they're going to start having fans. So they're going to have fans probably for all those events, limited
that
attendance.
McGregor card is where? That's in Vegas.
No. It's on Fight Island.
That's in also
Abu Dhabi.
McGregor? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Everything's on Fight Island.
Be over there?
I don't know.
It's going to be in middle of the night.
I guess they figure if people want to show up to that fight, they'll wait middle of the night to see Conor McGregor. Like, it's worth it for that, you know?
Man, who wouldn't want to go? Think about it.
Yeah, I mean, if I lived in Abu Dhabi and I had a chance to go watch the Conor McGregor fight among like 300 other people or whatever in a limited capacity arena, I would definitely go.
And you know what? I got to say one thing. Dana White must be listening to the show because I kept hammering it in that you can't have a Conor fight without a crowd, right? And that's the thing.
And I got to apologize to you, AJ. You were right.
What?
Because
what time is it? 2021. I'm taping this.
You came and you were saying how Conor, they're definitely gonna have fans for Conor's next fight, and we knew Conor was gonna fight here January 23rd, and Freddie and I both laughed. We said no way, no way.
Yeah, you
were right somehow, AJ. Like, what is happening? 2021,
just like the White House.
Everybody's like 2020. Was a bad year. 2021 is going to be better. 2021 is going to be weirder than last year. I'm telling you, things are weird. Things are getting weirder. 2021 is going to be the weirdest year ever. Maybe 2022 things will be cool, but I'm telling you, the rest of this year is going to be super weird, and it starts with AJ being right about something that no one could have suspected he would be right about. So, there you go.
Well, I could have been right about something else on the
him
20th of January.
Right now.
I'm giving him too much credit?
No, Freddie.
I mean, come on. Wait. He was talking about, like, the importance of the money gate and all that, and you're basically talking about 300 people, man. That's like, that's less than pocket change for Conor McGregor.
No, there's going to be more. There's going to be more than 300. That's for sure.
It might, yeah.
Conor McGregor blows more in one night of partying than whatever that 300 people will pay for their tickets.
But it's not only about that. It's just about the overall effect, and that's the thing with Conor. Conor needs that synergy, and you know what? I mean, a lot of fighters do, but Conor, for some reason, it's something else. I don't know how the fans are going to be in Abu Dhabi compared to the fans in Vegas, because I don't think there's going to be too many Irish fans flying over to Abu Dhabi. It's going to be most probably like people from that country going and see the fight. So we might not get the Whopper calls, and we might not get all kinds of crazy shit going on, but it'll still be entertaining in some sense. The Whopper call,
it's great, man. I'm happy that fans are back, man. Finally, we need some more.
AJ.
There you go, Freddie. So Freddie agrees with me. Dave agrees with me. This is a 2021 starting off good. And you know how crazy it is? Listen to this shit. If you go to like off track here a bit. You can go to a pharmacy, okay? And if let's just say you need to buy a nail clipper, okay? AJ needs a nail clipper. I go there for a nail clipper, and guess what? It's not essential. I can't buy it. But they asked me, listen, if you want to buy chocolate, you can go ahead and buy chocolate. I'm like, what the fuck? What planet did I just land on?
You can't buy boots
How
and
does
gloves
this make
until
sense?
Saturday. You can't buy boots and gloves until Saturday. Yeah, because that's when the new measures kick in.
Oh, right. So now non-essential goods you can't go buy, but starting on Saturday, you can order them.
They changed the list.
And then you can pick up non-essential goods at certain places, right? Ugh.
I'm telling you, man. And you know what?
It's a weird time, man. It's like, see, it's weirder. Everybody was like, oh, 2021 is going to be so much better. Meanwhile, we're a week into 2021, and we're already, where we live anyways, like it's not like this everywhere, obviously, but where we live in the province of Quebec, we are about to enter a curfew where you can't leave your house between 8 p.m. and 5 a.m. And if you're out of the house, they could fine you up to $6,000, a fine between $1,000 and $6,000. And this is going to go on
if you walk your dog, you have to be less than 1 kilometer from your house.
And this is going on for a 4-week period. We're a curfew. Never in my life did I ever think that I would be under a government-imposed curfew. Like, it is mind-blowing. It is so weird. We are in the bizarro times. Like, it's crazy. And I want to talk about MMA, but at the same time, there ain't shit going on in the UFC. We haven't seen a fight in a couple weeks. We're not going to see a fight for another couple weeks. And life is completely crazy. And as Johnny North says on the chat, life is great. Shout out to Franco316 on the chat. Shout out to Yukon Cornelius. Shout out to Wobbly Up watching on Twitch. Shout out to all our Twitch viewers. Please subscribe on Twitch. Patrick C. Hamilton, of course, he is a member of the team. Do not forget to join. Become a member of the Ringside Report team right here on our YouTube channel. We appreciate it very much. We love all of our members. We see you on the chat. And you get preferential treatment as a viewer of the show. That's just how it works. If you're a member, you get preferential treatment by me. I see you on the chat. I'll read your stuff, and it's easier for me to see you.
Visit you.
That's right.
I'll go visit them when it's over. I'll have a bit of breakfast.
That's right. I'll do
foot
whatever.
Massage, everything.
Whatever you want. Listen. AJ will do it too. And so become a member right here on the channel. We appreciate it big time.
Talk about foot massage. I just saw like a message coming in from Yukon. Like, what the hell are the hookers going to do now? What's Montreal? Montreal is like, we're done, man. 8 o'clock. You won't be able to do any jiu-jitsu before 8. Like, all the nightlife is done in Montreal.
Jesus.
Montreal used to be like
all the strippers,
place.
Man.
It used to be the real Blue Nuit.
What they doing? All the strippers.
I don't know, but my mind did not go there. I didn't think about that. But yeah, the business must be terrible right now, right?
Think about it, man. I wonder if they can apply for unemployment. It doesn't make sense because everything now is done. Done. Once again, thank you. Thank you, Legault.
I don't want to get political.
And help us continue the fight and keep on going because who knows how things are going. Support us with our merch. Go to merch.ringsidereport.net, merch.ringsidereport.net. We got new designs popping up all the time. Get the face mask, get the T-shirt, get the mug. merch.ringsidereport.net. We appreciate it. Big time, big time. Yeah, it is just a wild time right now. I can't really understand all the things going on. I did a show about it actually this morning already. I feel like I've talked about this.
With your buddy?
Yeah, with my boy Giuseppe Valiante on Irreparable Damage. This guy went to Florida a couple weeks ago. Well, maybe it was like 4 weeks ago now. This guy went to Florida for 2 weeks.
Okay. Can I say something? Okay, let's talk stupidness, okay?
Uh-oh.
So, I have this member, like, of far family. She lives in La Colle, which is right on the border, okay?
Yeah.
Her boyfriend lives right on the other side in the U.S. They haven't been able to see each other since COVID because you're not allowed to pass by land. But if you wanted, he would be able to drive all the way to Vermont, take a plane all the way to Dorval to then drive all the way back. But he's not allowed to simply pass the border where it's like a 15-minute drive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's government.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It does not make sense.
That's outrageous.
Man,
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, what
this
can you say?
This pandemic has screwed up so many people. It's ridiculous. Other than people actually like passing away from like the disease
from
itself.
COVID, yeah.
I mean, economically, everything, and even like in the fight game, like if we look at it from what we talk about in the sports of MMA or combat sports, Montreal's like MMA scene has been like down the tubes. I mean, like a lot of fighters, a lot of like up and coming fighters. You know, I've seen kids like from 13, 14 years old, you know, with jiu-jitsu skills, wrestling skills that are phenomenal. Their striking game, man, you know, is unbelievable. But the problem is now is that that's gone. You've got like a year lag. You know, there are guys that are training underground. There's no doubt about it, right, Dave? Right. So the thing is that
no, AJ, I don't know what you're talking about. Underground training.
Here,
I didn't do any underground training today. I didn't do any jiu-jitsu today, AJ. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
No. And Dave's address, you can look for him.
Hey, shut up, AJ.
But the thing, but think about it. Like, there's so many fighters at some of the great gyms here in Montreal, and no one is training, you know, to the level where they can even participate in like some form of combat, being it karate, taekwondo, muay thai, and you know, obviously jiu-jitsu, you know, which has been banned since the last years, which doesn't make any logical sense. But if you want to look more into it, support jiu-jitsu. But
here's the thing,
you know.
What? You can take away the jiu-jitsu, but you can't take away my jiu-jitsu spirit. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you know what I mean? Like, you can't just, it's not happening.
Careful where
that was
going,
a Biden
man.
moment there, Dave. That's okay. We understand what you're trying to say.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
what I'm saying is,
that's okay.
Goddamn, jiu-jitsu lives forever, and you can close down the gyms and you can do whatever you want, but jiu-jitsu is going to find a way no matter what, because god damn it, some people need it. Like, if you don't have, like, you know, goddamn curfew, goddamn restrictions, goddamn all this bullshit that they impose on us, and then they tell us we can't roll. Come on, man. If I don't choke somebody in a play scenario where I'm having a good time, I'm going to choke somebody in a real scenario and somebody's going to have a bad time. You know what I'm saying? I can't take this. What are you talking about? No jiu-jitsu.
Man, there's going to be so many, like, I don't know if people are going to be, like, extra lazy when we finally got things rolling, or they're going to be more aggressive. I'm not sure, man. I don't know how the jiu-jitsu gyms, when they're at full capacity, how that's going to turn out, or, like, the boxing schools. I mean, I'm telling you, man, this has been crazy, and 2021 is not going to be any better. It's getting weirder.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's the thing.
Hey, stop stealing my gimmick.
And that's why I'm saying.
I said it first.
No, I heard you, Dave. I heard. I'm just repeating you like a parrot. Yeah. But the thing is this, is that in Abu Dhabi, when you're going to look at Conor fighting, you know, I like to see how many fans they're allowed to and like what the restrictions are or whatever they're going to do. And I brought it up like I think it was last week, I told you about the WWE. And I'm like, Dave, man, these guys have it right. They've got all these like televisions all across the arena, and it looks awesome. Man.
The Thunderdome.
It gave a really good vibe. The Thunderdome was amazing. Rest in peace, Brody Lee.
Yeah.
Did you ever find out if Johnny fought him?
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't.
And wrestle. Fought.
Wrestle. Well, fought?
So
wrestling is fighting?
UFC 257, Conor McGregor. It is on. Bet on Conor to win. Bet on Conor to knock Dustin out. Knock him out. Right now, Conor's a -270 favorite over at Bet99. Go to bet99.com and get a matching bonus when you sign up to $250. They will match up to $250 over at bet99.com if you use the promo code Ringside. So go to bet99.com, sign up, and they will match up to $250 in your account. You drop $250, you'll have $500 instantaneously if you use that promo code Ringside over at bet99.com. It's free money, baby. It's free money.
That's a great deal, man.
You put it all on Conor McGregor to win, and you make even more money. And the under 2.5 rounds right now is -149. I like that as well. I think Conor's going to finish this fight early. Under 2.5 for sure. I'd say under 1.5 even. I like Conor by knockout. Conor said this week he promises some sort of majestic performance. What did this motherfucker say? He's always talking shit, and I love it.
listen, man, he knocked out Poirier in I think it was 1:46 in their first fight. And this is a much more dangerous Conor, a much more trained Conor, a much bigger Conor, and an experienced Conor. So, and not to take away from Dustin Poirier, I think Dustin Poirier, man, is awesome. The only problem with Dustin Poirier is that he doesn't have the best success against a southpaw, and that's the problem. You're coming up against Conor McGregor, who knocked out Cowboy Cerrone in like no time, and here he is fighting Dustin Poirier. So put your money, bet99.com, take that money, put it on Conor. I agree with Dave. I promise a masterpiece.
You see that? From the main man, Conor McGregor. Promises
Man, I did a whole spiel, and you didn't hear me? Did you hear my whole spiel? Oh, yeah? Man, I was yapping away.
I heard you.
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
About the whole thing about Conor, like, knocking out Poirier?
Yeah, the whole time you were talking, I heard you. What are you talking about? Fred,
yeah,
you heard
but did our universe hear us? Did they hear my spiel?
I think so.
Dave. Oh, man.
Yeah, I think so, AJ.
Don't worry,
I don't know
man.
what you're talking about.
You, man.
Everybody heard
if somebody's not hearing you, they tuned you out. That's
why. Which is not a bad idea.
Sounds like my family all the time.
So, UFC on ABC, that's going down. I think it's great. UFC is going to be doing shows on Fight Island all month of January with fans. That's a step in the right direction. Who knows how many fans and what the precautions will be for that. And some other good news. It's good to have some good news here. UFC 257, January 23rd. Dan Hooker will be fighting Michael Chandler on that card. That'll be Michael Chandler's UFC debut. The former Bellator lightweight champion will be taking on one of the top lightweights in the UFC right now, Dan Hooker, and that's going down on a big card for the lightweight division. Of course, UFC 257 headlined by Poirier and McGregor, and Hooker and Chandler likely to be the co-main event. That was just announced earlier this week. So that's a big deal. That's a big deal fight. And the winner of that possibly fights Conor. After Conor beats Dustin, the winner of that, Hooker or Chandler, maybe fights Conor for the title. Of course, the title is still up for grabs. Khabib is technically the champion, but there's no word on what the deal is with Khabib, if he's coming back or when. It's more of an if at this point. I saw his manager, Ali Abdelaziz, says there's only one real fight for Khabib, and that would be George St-Pierre, which of course excites me, excites us here on the show. We want to see Khabib and GSP. That seems to be the big fight that a lot of fans want to see, especially us. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if Khabib can be talked into it. I feel like the UFC is going to try and get Khabib to fight Conor. They're trying to convince Khabib to come back for at least one more fight. Maybe they're willing to make that fight against George St-Pierre. I think George would be willing to take that fight, and then we'd be on. Then we'd be on for, I think, maybe my most anticipated fight ever. Like, I don't know if there would be any fight that I'd be more hyped about than GSP Khabib. And I've been watching fights for a long-ass time, and we've seen some big fights, and we've been excited about some big fights and big anticipation. But GSP Khabib, we've been talking about it for years. And George is, I think a lot of us, especially here on the show, here in Montreal, right? We all love George. He's got a special place in our heart. And I think a lot of MMA fans across the world have a special soft spot for GSP. How could you not? He's a great guy. He's a legend of the game. Being around GSP for so many years, I could tell you, the guy is a gentleman. He is that guy. Super respectful, tremendous dude. He is everything you would want as a representative for mixed martial arts. And I would love to see him come back and fight Khabib. I would love to see that. I'd love to see Khabib tested against George. I'd love to see George tested against Khabib. That, to me, I don't think there'd be anything bigger. I can't come up with any bigger fight than George and Khabib. Like, if you asked me to make the ultimate fight, what's your fight? Dream fight for your birthday? I'm going George and Khabib right now. I don't know. There's nothing else I'd rather see. Like John Jones Stipe, yeah, it's cool and all, but I don't know about you guys, but to me, George Khabib is the dream fight, the number one fight that I as a fight fan want to see. There's nothing I want to see more. Fred, is there something you want to see more than this?
I mean, I want to see it, and yeah, no, look, it's probably the fight I want to see the most. But if you tell me John Jones and Stipe, I'll just be maybe like 1% less happy than if it's GSP Khabib.
Oh, I'd be significantly less happy. I mean, I'd be happy, 1%. But like, if you tell me George and Khabib, April 15th, it's happening, here's the date, here's the poster, I'd be like, oh, shit. You tell me John Jones Stipe is happening, I'm like, yeah, cool. The only thing that might get me more excited or equally excited as a George return would be Brock Lesnar and John Jones. Like, that would be like, wah! I'd go bananas for that, you know?
Yeah, but, let me throw in a wrench. The biggest thing right now that bothers me about George is, like, about not fighting is his haircut. And if you don't believe me, go online and you can see his Tintin haircut. And that thing bothers me more than anything.
Get a haircut,
George. I want to send out a... Get that haircut. And I know that George, the minute that I see George shave that Tintin haircut, then I know that it's going to be serious, that he's going to fight Khabib. Until he keeps that
yeah, he can't fight with that hair
on his head. Yeah, until he has a fight with his clipper, first, I won't believe that fight's going to happen. And to be honest, I want to see GSP fight Khabib. There's no doubt about it. But I would be just as excited to see Conor fight Khabib for the second time again. That's the fight I want to see. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a much more exciting fight. The first one was exciting, in my opinion, But, hey, look at that. Bring it down, Dave. What the... No. That's his good one. And this one, it's like up in the air, Dave. Look at that.
See, I think AJ's just mad because he thought that GSP was just as bald as him. But no, GSP has hair. He was bald by choice.
That's right.
Listen, I was kind of surprised that he did have hair. I'll give you that, Freddie. But if I would be able to grow a hair, I don't know. I don't know if that'd be my Tintin choice. And I don't think he's that blonde. Look at that, man.
No, it's
What's
dyed.
Up, George?
He dyes it, too. It's like really coiffed. Because, AJ, he's bored. He's got free time. Exactly. Fred's right. He's got free time. He's got nothing else to do. He's drinking non-alcoholic beer, getting Budweiser sponsorships, staying jacked and looking in great shape. And he's like, I'll grow my hair and play with dinosaur bones, I guess. I don't know. Wait for Khabib. What's he supposed to do?
See, when you got free time, AJ, you just spam the chat.
Yeah.
But when GSP has free time, he finds things to do, man.
Yeah, he grows cool hair, and he stays in tremendous shape. Tremendous shape.
Dude, I don't know about cool hair, man, but
Well, it's not. I don't think it's that cool either. I don't love it. I don't love the look. Maybe he has
a roll.
I like original GSP look, like the shaved head. That's how he looks like.
Looks more serious.
Yeah, it looks, I don't know, like GSP. This other guy, it's like, oh, this is retirement, George. It's like different,
Like if he fights with that hair, I think he might lose, man.
He needs to shave it. Listen,
I think you're right. I think you're right. Why is that? Why am I saying that? I agree. I agree 100%. If he fights with that hair, he's gonna lose. Yeah, he's got to shave the head, otherwise he's fucked.
I'm trying to think of someone else who had like some crazy haircut that came in. It's killing me. I know that there was some guy who came in with a crazy haircut and then he got like rattled. I can't remember who the heck it was.
Ben Hart?
Ben Askren.
I don't know.
No, it wasn't Ben Askren. I think it was that Irish kid that came in with like the green and yellow. What's his name?
Sean O'Malley.
Sean O'Malley.
Yeah.
That's it. And Sean went which is unfortunate because like so much talent. Yeah. With the O'Malley, like he came in with that funky ass haircut and everything, and he was selling T-shirts like crazy. He was like on the top of marketability for the UFC, and like where is he now? And and that's the thing. Like, be careful what you wear, man. Forget about what you say. It's what you wear. So George has to shave that head, or on Bet 99, I'm going with Khabib.
Yeah, but like,
what are you talking about?
He can also do this. Like, look at that.
Where is he? Does he have to be quarantined?
Look at that.
Now? Did you just expose him?
What?
What the hell? Whoa. Who does that?
Look at that.
Like,
look at this.
That is crazy.
I can't do this. You can't do. What? See, this is what he's spending his time doing. This is a good. What? He's Superman. I love this guy. How can you not love George St-Pierre? Sure, George St-Pierre is cooler than The Rock. I said it. I said it. Cooler than The Rock. He is.
That is.
Let's see The Rock do that. I agree. Let's see The Rock. He can't do that. Big old Dwayne. I'm telling you.
Let George have muscles like The Rock.
Oh, but those are all fake, bro. Okay. Rocky Maivia didn't have those muscles. I'm telling you, GSP way cooler than The Rock. Way cooler.
Well, that was pretty cool, Dave. I must admit that was pretty cool to be able to do a handstand and then fold yourself, man, and be able to do some kind of weird yoga pose on sand. Thumbs up. What do you think he's in Cuba?
Can I be fully honest with you guys?
You could do it, Dave.
You know I'm Team GSP all the way. You know I love GSP, right?
Everybody does. Come on, man. There's no doubt.
But after what Khabib did in his last fight,
what did he do? Oh,
I don't know,
man.
You were
going to talk about something else.
I don't know, man. Khabib,
you got to remember this.
Khabib is tough ski. That's not an easy fight. That's not easy.
Khabib was fighting especially bears at 7 years
all
old.
The time off, all the time off for George. If he does come back at some point this year and fights Khabib, it's a lot of time off. It's like, what, 5 years?
Yeah, but
4 years, 5 years? It's a lot.
Well, when he fought Bisping, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is, he was off for a couple of years anyways when he went to fight Bisping.
One fight in, what, 10 years for George? I don't know. It's
tough. Look, if you're able to do that kind of athleticism, like those yoga poses that he's doing and whatnot, this guy's in top shape. The only thing I agree with you is that you got to be on the top of your fighting game and be active to fight like a guy like Khabib, to come back and fight a guy like Khabib, even though Khabib's been off now for a little while. This guy has been so active, training all the time. I mean, it's a different story. If George would come back and fight someone like, I don't know, like a Poirier or something like that, I think advantage would be on George, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And not to take away from Poirier, because I think Poirier is like one of the hardest working athletes in MMA.
Come on, let's be honest. George was on top of his game. He left the sport for 4 years. He came back and fought Michael Bisping. No disrespect to
Bisping is no joke.
No disrespect to Michael Bisping, but he doesn't have an unblemished record. Man took a lot of losses in the UFC. He's a champion. He's a legend. He's a Hall of Famer. Guy fought with one eye. He's a savage. I love Michael Bisping. I have utmost respect for Michael Bisping. I think he's great. But he's not Khabib Nurmagomedov. You know what I mean? Like, Khabib is like different level fighter-wise than Michael Bisping. And coming back 4 years and fighting Bisping is one thing. But coming back 4 years after that, at 40 years old, and fighting Khabib, that's another mountain to climb. It's different.
Look, man, this is what it's going to go down. If Conor becomes champion in 2021, I mean, and Khabib is really officially retired because technically he's on that fence. I mean, if he doesn't come out to fight, I can see like talk starting with George versus Conor for 2021. I mean, that's a fight that I'm sure George might want to take. I mean, the money would be there. His capability of beating Conor is there. I mean, wouldn't that be your dream fight over Khabib? Would you rather see Conor versus George?
No, because you're thinking about it from an entertainment perspective, from a money perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm thinking about it from a skill perspective to see who is the man. Because to me, George is the man, and Khabib is on the precipice of being the man. But as the Nature Boy Ric Flair says, to be the man, you gotta beat, the man.
Look, if Conor was the champion, it'd be another story. But other guys before Conor have tried to trash talk GSP, and GSP just doesn't play that game. So if Conor and GSP were to fight, Conor would trash talk, and George would just look at him and say, "Hey, I'll see you in the cage." He wouldn't play that game. He wouldn't be it would not be at all like McGregor versus Mayweather or whoever else.
Yeah.
George doesn't play that trash talk game. But if McGregor ever becomes a champion, then yeah, that's another story. The champion versus former champion. That's the storyline.
But if McGregor becomes champion, Fred, he's not becoming champion by beating Khabib. You know what I mean?
I mean, if Khabib never comes back, man.
Yeah, I guess if Khabib is really done and Conor's the champion, then yeah, sure, George and Conor. That would, that's the next best thing. But I'm talking about the best thing. That's GSP and Khabib.
I'm going to tell you something. With GSP, the only reason I can see GSP coming in 2021 was for one reason, and that was Budweiser. As soon as George got that Budweiser gig, why would Budweiser want to invest into an athlete who's actually not performing? Have you ever seen that? Not even Michael Jordan
he's a great ambassador.
Was getting that much, except for Fruit of the Looms. Who cares about good ambassador? Business is not about good ambassador. It's about bringing in viewership. So there must be something behind it that Budweiser decided that they were going to promote with George for a reason. So I think there's a reason for that, and I think George is coming back to fight in 2021, and it's because of that Budweiser deal. Or there's no reason Budweiser would have signed George. They could have signed up another good guy.
Companies have been signing George St-Pierre forever, and you brought up Michael Jordan. He hasn't played basketball in how long, and he's still got tons of endorsement deals, just like George. Is he getting
Budweiser contracts? He's getting Fruit of the Loom, and they stopped that a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. Jordan gets worse. He gets worse sponsorships than George. He's not as big as George St-Pierre, AJ. You're right. Jordan is nothing compared to George St-Pierre. Yeah. On the money there, AJ. What?
Look, Budweiser, and that's what I'm saying. There's
you see a GSP Jumpman logo on shoes? Because the GSP ones, people enter raffle to buy GSP ones, right? The GSP shoes. Oh wait, there is no GSP shoe. Fuck you talking about?
Well, now that you mention it, you probably
Jordan's, man.
But he
Jordan.
does have a Budweiser.
Michael Jordan.
He does have a Budweiser.
The biggest selling athlete of all time. Get out of here with that.
Listen, man, Budweiser has a reason for it, and I think George has a reason for it, and he's going to be in the ring.
Michael Jordan couldn't get Budweiser. Michael Jordan's not big enough to get Budweiser. He got
Fruit of the Looms, man. Listen, what I'm trying to get at is
Fred, are you hearing this?
It doesn't make sense.
It's not Fruit of the Looms. It's Hanes.
Oh, okay. So there you go. So much, yeah.
Didn't he also do Fruit of the Loom? Didn't he also do Fruit of the Looms? It's a loom, first of all. It's not looms.
Looms.
L-O-O-M-S. Loom. There's no S. And he did
Are they still around, by the way?
He did do a Fruit of the Loom.
We're giving so much pub to these people.
I think it was Fruit of the Loom.
Well, maybe they want to sponsor you, Freddie. Think about it. You'll walk around with Fruit of the Looms, man. Johnny will do it for sure. I know that.
Yeah, I think Fred's right. It was Hanes.
It is.
Fred's right.
Underwear or something like that.
Fred's an expert. Okay, don't question.
Dave,
Fred.
talk about Fruit of the Looms and underwear,
loom. Stop saying looms.
Freezy for sheezy.
L-O-O-M-S.
Yeah, forget about that. Looms? You got to know about Manscaped. All right, whether it's looms or Hanes or Stains or Rains, get your Manscaped going. Manscaped.com. Use that promo code Ringside20 and you get 20% off your order plus free shipping. They've got the Lawnmower 3.0. It's tremendous. It's got a little light on it. You can, shave in all the areas you need to get. You need to shave your ball area. Your balls. They need to be clean. All right. You're in a lockdown. You can't go out. You're stuck at home. You know what you're up to. You know what you're doing. You got to make sure you're looking presentable for your at-home activities. And that's why you have Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com. Use that promo code Ringside20. You get 20% off your order plus free shipping. AJ's laughing because I think he's getting ready for a few more COVID babies. He's having more babies during the COVID pandemic. Pandemic babies are coming out of AJ's house because he's using Manscaped, and people are loving it. They're loving it because AJ's balls smell tremendous because he's got the crop revitalizer. He's got that ball deodorant, and he's smelling good, and he's looking good because he uses that Lawnmower 3.0. He gets right down there. No nick technology. He's not scared to shave in any places. You bring a razor near your balls and your penis, and you might be like, oh, this is scary. You hear a buzzing, but you don't have to be worried with this thing. It is very safe. You're not going to get nicked or cut at all. It's just super, super great technology that Manscaped has, and you get a great deal by using our promo code Ringside20, 20% off your order and free shipping. Get your gear today.
Beautiful, Dave. Beautiful.
Thank
Beautiful.
you, AJ.
It's a masterpiece. You're so good at saying commercials. It's incredible.
AJ, you get anybody pregnant recently? What's going on? You all right?
Why? Did somebody send out a message? You see a storm
I don't know.
flying over my house?
I say it and you look guilty, like something's up. Last time
coming, AJ?
Last time you had a kid, you didn't say anything, and then all of a sudden we see your girlfriend and she's like obviously pregnant. And we're like, what's going on here, AJ?
I was high.
You know what?
Yeah, you were so high you didn't notice, Fred. And I was like, hey, Fred, you see this?
Yeah.
And you're like, what? I'm like, look. And he's like, oh. Such a good reaction.
That was at Granby Zoo. Wasn't that at Granby Zoo?
Park Safari, no?
Park Safari, yeah. Yeah, when you turned to me, you're like, AJ, you got a bun in the oven or something like that? I'm like,
well, no, we didn't have to ask. At that point, it was obvious. Wait, do you, AJ?
Well, sometimes you got to be careful. You don't want to say someone, hey, are you pregnant? And then apparently she's not pregnant, and then all of a sudden you're like, what?
Yes.
That I've done that before.
Yes.
No, are you currently?
It's not my fault. How am I supposed to know I'm a guy, man?
What do you mean? How are you supposed to know, AJ? Whoa.
I'm not talking about my own, but
are you having more kids?
If you've ever,
AJ, are you having more kids? Yeah, Fred got a vasectomy.
Not
AJ,
that I know of.
Are you having more kids?
Oh yeah, Freddie. Not that I know of.
Don't change the subject,
but listen,
man.
No. The best part would have been back when the little guy came. I wanted to do that whole shtick, that whole joke when we were in studio. That wasn't funny. To announce that I was having a kid. I thought it was super funny that the doorbell would ring and I'd bring an Amazon box and say, "Look, Dave, look what I ordered. It just came in from China."
And you would have put your child in the box?
Yeah, you're gonna put a newborn in a cardboard box.
It's only for a minute, man. Take it easy.
Poor Caden.
It's nothing.
The poor guy. Thank God his mom's there.
Listen, the funniest thing is that I saw Fred's daughter beating the crap out of McGregor, and my little guy loves beating the crap out of McGregor, and it's incredible, man. It's like that gift was the best. And talk about gifts. I have a beautiful gift here given to me by Dave Simon, and a lot of people are asking me, "Hey AJ, what did Dave give you?" So at the end of the show, I'll open it up and I'll show you what Dave gave me for
I don't
Christmas.
understand. I thought you unwrapped it already. Didn't you unwrap it?
I know, dude, but
And you wrapped it up again? Why?
Yeah. It's you're killing the joke, dude.
He's AJ.
I don't get the joke.
Because he's AJ.
Very strange, AJ. Jason Pete, member of the
because
team.
Some of our listeners.
What's up, Jason? He's late to the party. What's up, Jason? Thank you for joining the show. We appreciate you. We appreciate all the members. Definitely sign up, become a member like Jason did, like Patrick did.
Jason.
Like Kyle Salisbury did. Kyle Salisbury. Antoinette. Shout out. Shout out to all our members. We appreciate you.
Antoinette is there.
Yes. So Francis Ngannou, Stipe Miocic, we were thinking it was going to happen maybe in the summertime, but Dana White says he wants to do this fight in April for the heavyweight title, which is pretty good, which means John Jones has the chance of ending this year as a heavyweight champion. I think John Jones gets the winner of this. So Stipe Francis likely for April, which is only, 3 months away now? We're getting there.
Maybe the end of our pandemic and curfew.
Maybe
I think
we'll get
that'll
the
be
vaccine.
A great way to celebrate.
Maybe we won't be vaccinated by then, but maybe. You guys down to get vaccinated? You guys taking it? Fred's not taking it. You're not taking it either? I say give it to me.
Know,
give it to me right now. Give me an edible form or whatever, or shoot it up in my veins with whatever.
I'll take the
Give
virus.
Stick it in your ass. No. Yeah. Thanks, man. Listen, let me
Fred will
see
take
what
the virus.
The results are.
Fred will take the virus over the cure. That's good, Fred. That's a good way to go.
That's a good, that's positive thinking. I mean, that's the way you do it, man. That's totally an Anthony Robbins moment.
Fred's this close from getting us banned from Twitch, just like Donald Trump.
I'm not even joking about that, but
I know you're not. I know. I love it. It's fine. I get
talk
it.
about like Twitch and all this stuff.
No.
Did you see like the latest? Not to jump off of like Jones and Miocic, but like we were talking last week with Ben Askren fighting one of the Logans there. Now, did you hear the latest? Like it's all the TMZ talk again. You've got Bieber coming out because he put out this new music video and he's boxing and he's like replaying Sylvester Stallone in Rocky and whatever. But he's calling out Tom Cruise again. So he wants to have an MMA fight. Okay, but listen, like I know it sounds like crazy and bullshit, but Endeavor, like the CEO of Endeavor, was talking with Dana White,
crazy and bullshit.
And I'm like, no, it's not crazy bullshit. It's facts, man. Fact check. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's facts, but it's still crazy and bullshit.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
But that's what I'm saying is that like since they're going on ABC that we were talking. I'm saying maybe these ABC network, this would be like one of these network fights where you can see like Justin Bieber fighting Tom Cruise and Ben Askren fighting like Logan. Think about it, Dave. Why would they be talking?
I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to give it any more thought. Ben Askren isn't fighting anybody. Jason Pete, Ben Askren's fighting who? There was talk that Ben Askren was maybe going to box Jake Paul?
Jake
Paul. But I think Jake has backed down. He seems scared. He doesn't want to fight Ben Askren. He's realized that it's probably a bad idea. And he's also saying Jake Paul also said that his brother is going to get destroyed by Floyd Mayweather because his brother Logan Paul is fighting Mayweather. That's happening, isn't it? They've set that up. There's a contract signed.
That's supposed to happen, but it can't happen.
No, it's happening.
It's going to be a murder.
It'll be fun. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing that guy get his face smashed in by Mayweather. We'll see. Gilbert Burns is going to fight Kamaru Usman, most likely, unless, COVID strikes again. But Burns is supposed to fight Usman a couple of times now. This is, I think, the third time it's been scheduled. It's going to headline the next UFC pay-per-view, UFC 258, in February on the 13th for the Welterweight World Championship. So that's
like the Tony Ferguson curse. 3 times the charm.
Let me get a quick pick. Let me get a quick pick from you guys. I talked about Dan Hooker there and Michael Chandler. The odds have Hooker as a favorite -140, Chandler +120. I agree with that. I see Hooker as the favorite in that fight in Chandler's UFC debut. I think he probably loses. What do you guys think?
You're saying Chandler is going to lose on this? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I also see. Gilbert Burns right now, +200. Kamaru Usman -240. I think there's value in going with Gilbert Burns. I think Gilbert has looked really strong.
On that one.
Yeah?
He looked amazing.
Yeah, Usman's going to have top control, if anything. No, I got Usman on that one.
Wow.
All right. I think I might be going with Gilbert Burns in that fight.
I'm going with Burns as well. And I mean, it's just unfortunate we didn't see him fight.
What do you think about Hooker, Fred?
Like, his 2 recent losses are against Poirier and Barbosa. He's got some nice wins on his record. Like, Chandler haven't fought, most of his career in Bellator. Yeah, he's had some good challenges, but UFC jitters and all that. I think I'm with Hooker on that fight. I think I'd go with Hooker.
Yeah, I find it interesting. Chandler comes in, a lot of hype. Bellator. It doesn't always translate to UFC success, but comes in right now. The fight just announced this week as the underdog going in. Charles Oliveira had a nice win over Tony Ferguson in his last fight. Looks like he's going to be fighting Justin Gaethje next. That should be good.
That'll be good, man.
Yeah, and congratulations to Mike Perry. Him and his girlfriend had a baby this week. And Perry seemed to be at the doctor's office for another reason. You see, he kicked like a glass door.
What's up with this guy, man?
He posted an Instagram story.
Right?
His foot,
that was
his leg.
Week.
Yeah, his leg was all bloody. He had stitches and stuff. What's going on there?
That's the thing with Mike Perry. Here he is, like, getting ready to have a baby. We see a shot of his leg, and he's bleeding like almost to death. He's supposed to be, like, on a treatment plan for, like, his alcohol and whatnot. And next thing you know, he's having a baby, and he's like sitting there with the baby and everything. I'm thinking to myself, damn, man, last week people were talking about getting him some help. And here he is going to be taking care of a little baby. I mean, I don't know, man. Having a kid, man, I don't know. And you know what? I gave I had a lot of faith in Mike Perry when he came into the UFC. I thought he would be like a real threat. But, with his style of fighting and his ways of going about in training camp and not having like real coaches in his corner and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that he's still in the UFC because guys have left for a lot less than what Mike Perry has accomplished and what he's done, right? So I hope maybe having a kid will make him reflect his career and you'll have a better 2021. Because you'll have a fight, for sure you'll have a fight this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I've not been a big fan of Mike Perry's, but now with the kid there, I just wish him the best. I hope everything's all right because it seems, from the videos you see the things of Mike Perry, it's just like, wish him the best. I hope it all turns out, What do you say, Fred?
Get your life together.
Yeah, I hope.
Get your life together, Mike Perry, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, he's got a real.
Look, he's got a good fan base. A lot of people, for some reason, like to support this guy. I know he's nuts and whatnot, but there's something about him where people are looking at him and saying, you know what? He's got a lot of support and he doesn't realize it, because if he did, man, he'd be really taking his fight game a lot more serious. But who knows, he might be one of those tragedy stories we'll hear in years to come. Hopefully not, Freddie, like you said, but look how many UFC fighters that we knew back then, like Mayhem and whatnot, that have, even Tony Ferguson at one point, he really had like, a lot of skeletons in his closet and like, demons that came out. And you know what? His career looked like it was going south and then he came back and whatnot. But, a lot of these fighters need help and the UFC needs to get them that help. And a lot of times they neglect them after they don't become as successful. But for some reason, Mike Perry's still in the spotlight, and I hope he gets all the help he can.
AJ, this is your time to be in the spotlight. All right, thank you, AJ. It's very, very inspirational, AJ. I really
thank you, man.
I felt
brother
it.
AJ.
Yeah, brother AJ.
Brother
thank
AJ.
you. Thank you, brother AJ. I
Reverend
you.
To you guys, though.
All right, AJ.
I
it's
love
time for
my
you to
little
concede.
homies.
It's time for you to concede just like your man.
What?
Time for you to concede.
Well,
now, AJ. AJ.
You got until the 20th. AJ.
I thought he was conceding. He's not going to concede.
No.
Don't do it.
What?
Don't concede, man.
So the bet was.
I'm not conceding, man.
We made this bet. We made this bet after, like, not just after the American election, but after Joe Biden had been announced as the winner of the election, right? Like, they had the election, and then a few days later, they announced Biden as the winner. It took a few days to figure it all out, right? So they announced Biden as the winner. Hold on.
Wait.
No. Let me finish. Let me finish the story, AJ, and we'll get to you.
Okay,
I'll let you go on and on and on. Okay. It'll be your time to shine, AJ, at the end of the show. Okay. I'll give you your time. So we made this bet. So I go, well, Joe Biden is announced the winner, and AJ's like, no. It's fake news, fake votes, thief in chief. Stop the counts, all these things. And I say, okay, AJ, I mean, it's definitely over, but if you want, put your money where your mouth is because there's no way that Donald Trump will remain president after January 20th. Like, January 20th, there's going to be a new president sworn in. It'll be Joe Biden because he won the election. At least they're saying he won the election. And then Trump won't be president. AJ's like, no, fake news, not true, Dave. You're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. Sends me all these articles from weird websites with strange, I'm like, okay, AJ, if you really believe this, put $20 on the line. Put some money on the line, and we'll see. Roll the dice, AJ. And he's like, okay, deal, done. We have a bet. So we'll be talking about the bet. And now Donald Trump has just conceded. He said there's going to be a smooth transition of power. It's all done. It seems done. But AJ, you're not conceding still. You're not ready to concede the bet. We're going to wait.
Man.
Fred's saying,
wait.
Yeah, 13 days.
Freddie Giuliani, your counsel. Freddie Giuliani, your trusted lawyer.
Biden might not make it to the inauguration, man. He might just forget about it because he's old.
There you go, Fred. Thank you.
He might not get out of his basement.
Not a bad point.
And this is what's going to get us banned from YouTube.
Oh, no, don't do it.
MAGA crowd. invade the inauguration.
No, don't say that, Fred. No, don't do that. No.
That's what I want to see.
For peaceful protest, right? For peaceful,
like Gandhi says,
protest.
Always.
For
peace.
Always, right?
Not the puzzle.
Right.
Listen,
he is inciting people to protest peacefully if they disagree. To invade with peaceful protest and not break any rules. And please, Viking guys, stay away. Fred is staying responsible on the show tonight.
And they always say AJ causes trouble. But I'm going to tell you something. First of all, number one, somebody did mention the bagels. Dave still owes me bagels. Two,
when we do the exchange of power, there'll be an exchange of money and bagels. There's going to be an exchange of power. All right?
But wait. Like Freddie Giuliani said,
Giuliani?
This was the outline.
I like that name, man.
This was the outline of the bet. The outline of the bet was that would Trump be in the White House by the 21st? And I said, well, with all the facts that Freddie had sent me in the beginning, I'm like looking into it. I'm like, man, this guy.
Whoa.
When you talk to an Italian,
man. I told you from the beginning not to bet.
I said when you talk to an Italian guy who like anything with like any type of rumor or conspiracy, we're like, oh yeah, that's bullshit, man. That's for sure. There's something that doesn't smell right. Anytime there's a little ounce of any type of whatever, if you're Italian.
Not true.
You're already
That's not true.
You're like, oh, there's bullshit.
No,
but
I spoke to a friend.
About your Giuseppe Valianti.
He doesn't believe. No. He's Italian.
Yeah, no. I don't know what kind of Italian he is, but the thing is this: if you're talking to an Italian NDG, that's what's gonna happen. Yes, y'all got banned today. Listen, so this is the thing.
Well, I'll tell you,
so
AJ,
the bet was
he's not an NDG.
The inauguration.
He's not an NDG Italian. He's a.
That's what I mean, Dave.
And
exactly.
you're gonna know exactly what I mean when I say this. He's Westmount Italian.
What? Nah, man, come on. It's like saying, you know what? I'm gonna go for a burger. But I'm gonna get a vegan burger because that's a real burger. Listen, man. You want beef or you want a mushroom?
A mushroom?
You go to NDG.
You want beef? You go to NDG. Find AJ.
Yes, you want a mushroom? You go to Westbound. But the thing is that no offense. I like Giuseppe. He's a super cool guy. I love listening to his reports. Sometimes he's awesome. But
you don't listen to his reports.
No, I do. I did. I've listened to Giuseppe Valianti. He's come up with some things.
AJ knows
with the
everybody,
pandemic.
man.
I've heard his questions.
You watched the show
knows
today?
Everybody, don't forget.
You watched the show today? I sang "Shock the Monkey." So good.
Oh yeah.
You know that song?
Something rings a bell. Shock the monkey.
There you go.
Is that it?
Yeah, you got it.
Who the hell sang that?
Peter Gabriel.
Oh yeah, Peter Gabriel. You're right. It's an old one. Why were you singing that?
Because Francois Legault says he's gonna do shock treatment, so I was like, "Shock the monkey," you know. All right, guys.
Oh man, talk about shocking monkeys. What about Snoop Dogg? Apparently, he's supposed to be doing some commentating in wrestling. Is that true?
Oh man, he did the worst top rope splash of all time. Do you see that? It was horrible. On AEW Dynamite, he jumped off the top rope. He did a splash.
What?
It was
Snoop?
Horrible. Yeah.
Man, look at him break his legs.
I mean,
it's not easy to do that shit. I seen Johnny North take a fly off those top ropes. It's scary.
Like I seen what happened to Sid Justice. That's what's gonna happen to him.
I wonder.
Wow, why is he doing that shit? Is he becoming a wrestler, Snoop?
No, I don't think so. I think it was just a little thing. But yeah, he jumped off the top rope and it was really ugly.
Why does Justin Bieber fight Snoop? That's what he should be doing. Focus on something like that. Singer to singer. Mano a mano. Look, he wants to fight Tom Cruise, who's like, I think he's close to 56 years old. And Snoop Dogg must be around 50, so go for it. Is that him? Damn, look at Snoop go with his, like, ugly Christmas shirt.
That's a doggy style jacket. You wouldn't understand, AJ. That's too new hip-hop. That hip-hop is too recent for you to know about. Doggy style.
I thought it was the ugly
like
Christmas
93.
sweater. Snoop Dogg, man.
AJ, I'm done with you. The show's over. I'm ending it. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We appreciate you all. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and when you subscribe, click the bell so you get notifications every single time that we are on. I will be back on here tomorrow night at 10 p.m. right after SmackDown with Johnny North, talking professional wrestling.
Good show, man.
Okay? A lot of things happen in professional wrestling. The wrestling world moves very fast. And unlike the UFC, they don't give us a week off. There's always programming in professional wrestling. This week, there was tons of programming. There was AEW Dynamite, there was Raw, SmackDown's tomorrow night, and there was 10 hours of Wrestle Kingdom, 2 5-hour shows of New Japan Pro Wrestling, the WrestleMania of New Japan that I'm not fully through. I finished the first day today. I'm going to get started on the second night, getting through it.
Wow.
Like
a lot of wrestling.
You're hardcore, man.
AJ's probably hyped for Goldberg.
Yeah, AJ loves Goldberg. Yeah, Goldberg's
I
back.
do like Goldberg. Is he?
Yeah.
It's about time.
Is it, though? So Goldberg is back, and Johnny and I will be talking about it, believe me, tomorrow night on Wrestling Uncensored. And, guys, we have a watch-along coming up, UFC 257, Conor McGregor in just over 2 weeks, you know? Just over 2 weeks from our next watch-along for the Conor McGregor pay-per-view. I mean, that's pretty cool.
And we're going to legally watch it.
Yeah, of course we're going to legally watch it, as we always do, especially Fred, who always does everything completely legally and above board because he is an admirable citizen. Fred, what do you... that is a legal marijuana cigarette that he purchased from the government because he is an admirable citizen. Shut up, Fred.
Which is essential, by the way. It's essential business.
Goddamn Fred. He's always incriminating himself. All right, guys. We love you. Yes, weed is an essential business. You goddamn right. Weed stays open forever.
But not nail clippers.
The weed stores, the liquor stores, but you can't buy nail clippers. All right, AJ?
Or shampoo.
I think you can buy shampoo. Or harpoons. What did you say, Fred? Harpoons? You trying to buy harpoons?
Boots.
Oh, boots.
Winter
I tried to buy
boots.
some harpoons.
Not before Saturday.
Failed miserably.
Bienvenue à Quebec.
You can't buy toys either. I can't go to the toy store. That really pisses me off.
The sex toys there, Dave? Okay.
No. Like wrestling toys. Anyways.
Can't even buy sticker book for my daughter at Dollarama.
You can't even do that. Is Dollarama even open?
No. Yeah,
no?
For candy.
What?
Yeah. They got candy and cake and all that.
Oh,
yeah, it's food.
And that's essential?
Sugar. Seems like it.
That's weird. Dollarama's open. You can buy candy, but you can't buy stickers?
Like a sticker book for my daughter?
Yeah.
No, that's in the section you're not allowed to take.
See, ever since they closed everything, I haven't even gone to a store because I'm like, well, there's no stores that, there's nothing for me to go buy. I haven't even noticed. Weird. Goddamn weird world we're living in these days, boys. Well, it'll all be over soon. We'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah, wait a sec. Hold on a sec.
What? Oh, he's going to open the present. AJ, surprise.
Yes, before I forget. Oh, look what Dave Simon got me. Franco wanted to see this. This is it, bud.
Italia.
With the stripes. Yukon, I don't know if Yukon's going to like it so much, but hey, Dave Simon Productions. It pays.
It says Italia, right? Italia and Adidas. It's got the... I like it because it's like the Adidas logo with the Italian colors, Oh, there you go. Zoomed in on that.
Look at that. Look how nice that is. Dave Simon, man. Like I said last week, man, Joe Rogan doesn't do that shit. He doesn't go out on Christmas Day to give, nice stuff to his, employees. But David Simon does. And Joe Rogan, you're a cool guy, but you're not like Dave Simon.
Yeah. And also, I was going to say that I don't have all sorts of right-wing conspiracy nuts on my show like Joe Rogan does, but I guess I do. I kind of do a show with right-wing conspiracy nuts, so
come on, man. Don't forget me, man.
Yeah, sorry.
Or this way.
Yeah, no. And I collaborate with them, and they're my good friends. And I don't believe in anything that they believe in, but we do agree on the important things, like MMA.
You want beef
is awesome,
or you want mushrooms?
And we like beef. We all like meat. We're all meat eaters,
I don't eat that much beef. I'm more of a chicken guy.
Well, we like eating animals, all right? We agree on that eating animals is great. MMA is fantastic. And AJ is the man, right? We all agree on that. So, especially AJ.
And don't forget the links on our site. So if you want to go to Bet99 or Manscaped and all that kind of stuff, you
go
can
to ringsidereport.net. Go to ringsidereport.net. Follow AJ on Twitter at Danny Bruck. Follow me at Dave Simon MMA on Twitter and Instagram. Follow Freddie at Freddie MMA. Of course, our main man, Freddie Giuliani. We love him. And ringsidereport.net is the website. Go check us out there. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We appreciate you. I'll be back here with Johnny North. Thank you to Jason Pete and Patrick C. Hamilton, members of the team. Join up on the show. Join up. Become a member. We are here every Thursday night at 8 p.m., and I'll be back here tomorrow night right after SmackDown with Johnny North for Wrestling Uncensored. See ya!
Please join in and give your support to Ringside Report Network. We've been providing expert coverage and commentary on both pro wrestling and MMA for over 15 years. Ringside Report started on the radio, added podcasts, and moved to video in 2019. Our hosts are not just fans, but have in-depth knowledge of the subjects. Become a member of our YouTube channel now and become a recurring supporter of our work as we strive to continue to entertain you in these strange times. Pro wrestler Johnny Genesis North joins lifelong wrestling fan and aficionado Dave Simon to host our pro wrestling programming with in-depth coverage of the WWE, AEW, and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Our flagship show, Wrestling Uncensored, is live every Friday right after WWE SmackDown. Here, you get a review of the week that was. You may not agree with our host. In fact, they often don't agree with each other. But you have an opportunity to chime in with your viewpoint in the chat rooms while live or in the comments section of YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook on the replay. Dave and Johnny also headline our coverage of major pro wrestling pay-per-views and breaking news. Dave Simon is joined by experienced jiu-jitsu fighters Fred Garcia and the ever-unpredictable AJ DeLesio, each Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern with Ringside Report MMA. They try and foresee what's next in the octagon and review, argue, and kibitz in a very friendly, irreverent manner. The three guys also team up to accompany you on all the major UFC pay-per-views with entertaining watch-alongs. Go to ringsidereport.net/support to find out more ways to support the channel.